All right, I am going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, June 24th. I'm just back from the dentist where I had a couple of fillings, still a little numb, and so I may sound more unusual than usual. And my reward is it's set by Paul. I think I'd rather go back to the dentist. But anyway, before I tackle that, let's have our cryptic clue of the day. Yesterday, it has its ups and downs, understand, understood. Well, cryptic definition of a seesaw, because to understand is to see, so we have it in the present and past tense. Well done to Mike for getting that one. All right, in honor of Paul, complaint sent in bowel movement, 6-5, complaint sent in bowel movement. I was proud of this one, so the exclamation. I gave you a B in the middle of the second word. All right, let's see what Paul has. Bachelor, having pushed in, give wise guy a bloody nose, where party drinks served. I think it must be where party drinks are served. Well, they're served at a party. Is there more to it than that? Bachelor, I think, will be B or BA. Having pushed in, so maybe that's just a word placement, that the B maybe goes inside a word for give. A wise guy, I think, it could be a sage, or it could be a Don, mafia. A bloody nose. I don't get, there's so much in that. It would be a lovely one to get, of course. As Raven pointed out, if you can get those one across where they give you all the starting letters, but just nothing is coming to me. How about opera, dirty music fed to Mary or Martin? I wonder if it is the title of an opera. 5-6. What's a two-word opera? 5-6. Not a big opera fan. And then dirty music. Oh, could that be an anagram of music fed to Mary and then Mary or Martin? Well, there was a Mary Martin. Wasn't she Larry Hagman's mother? Broadway star. But maybe it's some, yeah, I think it must be two people who share the same last name, Mary and Martin. Martin Clunes, Martin O'Neill, Martin, Dean Martin. No. Sure on verb, though not perfect tense. Oh, sure. Might be saying okay or fine. And maybe verb, though not perfect. Could that mean an anagram of verb? And then the definition would be tense. But tense is often T. I think from dictionaries, you might see tense abbreviated to T. No. All right, here we have C20. Pile has two types of music. Let's see. Oh, I do see a lot of music looking around. Oh, there's another dirty music, dirty look. All right. So I think we're going to form something for pile. Oh dear, the mind boggles. Formed from two types of music, like classical and pop. Yeah, but is it like a pile? Oh, a country. Oh, a country house. I think that's it. Also, I think a terrible song by Blur. I like some of their other songs, but I really hated Country House. All right, anyway, country music, house music. I think that may be right, and I think I may be in with a foothold. Superficial rock band's last tour, a wife turning up to spoil it. Great clue, but again, an awful lot in it. Band's last, I think, was probably just the letter D. Tour could be an anagram indicator. A wife, that sounds like a W, which turns up. To spoil it is maybe that's the definition. But what's superficial rock? I'm thinking superficial as in surface. Well, I think that's too like superficial. Now, what did I tell you in heavy metal hit? A great clue. Heavy metal, I think maybe it is an actual metal, either the name or the chemical symbol and then a word for hit. What did I tell you though? Is that the definition, or is that, we sometimes see what did you say, and it's the letters EHA, like what did I tell you? No, sings where land of song embraces type of music. Is land of song Wales? Yeah, that's it exactly. And the type of music is R&B, and that gives us warbles. All right, oh, here's another dirty music, dirty look. Yeah, I don't get it. Let me try this. Paddle measured when picked up. Well, picked up, I think, is going to be a homophone indicator. Yeah, especially in an across glue. I don't think it's a reversal. So what is measured? Oh, yeah, measured as in we know its dimensions, or measured as in a measured response. But then what's paddle? Paddle as in an oar, or paddle as in a spank? Whip. Measured when picked up. Whip. No, I don't think so. All right. Fine stuff by protagonist in old song. Yeah, maybe it is an old song. Maybe it is a protagonist in an old song. Fine is probably an F. Oh, it could be a fine you levy too. Stuff the verb. Excuse me, maybe. I mean, there's so many old songs with a protagonist. All right, how about a medal on the other side? Well, I think it might start with A, literally A, and then a word for medal. A gong. Oh, what's another? And then it's going to mean on the other side, abroad. No. Cadence that's followed by a music player. Yeah, I thought we would have literally maybe an A at the end of a cadence. Cadence could be meter. That's followed by a music. Oh, that's, of course, can always be that is, i.e., music player. hole made with a pin, point furthest away. Oh, is this one of those astronomical terms, or maybe algebra? Not the apogee. Is it going to be an anagram of hole plus a pin? Yeah, I don't see anything there. Maybe APH. Oh, could it be something line? That would leave AP, apholine, is that a word? No, state imitating music. Imitating is often aping. Imitating music or state. Oh, could it be like a parody or a pastiche imitating music? But then is it going to be state as in to say something, or a country or a US state? No. Scoffing starter of onions. Diner is windy. All right, surely this is going to mean windy. And we're going to put the starter of onions inside a word for diner, which could be the person or a diner, a roadside diner, but meaning windy. No. Let's go back to the Downs. Can leg and arm, when sculpted, figure prominently? Oh, maybe figure. Yeah, I think figure prominently is going to be the definition. And it's 9 letters, so I think we're going to anagram can, leg, arm. Figure prominently, like stand out, jump out. All right, I think I'm going to do this one on pen and paper. Ah, yeah, I spotted the word large was in there, and I immediately thought of loom large, but the other letters were CANM. Could not do anything with those. And then went back to, well, loom large surely is the answer, and the can is the loo. And then we anagram leg arm to get our M and large. Oops, there we go. All right, judgment, where God is in shock. I presume the definition is judgment, and we're going to put, maybe one of the Roman or Greek gods inside a word for shock, but I don't see it. Controlling excitement, an epitome of sleep. Oh, I think it might be one of a classical allusion to sleep. I think I've heard like the arms of Morpheus. I'm wondering if maybe Anne goes around a word for excitement. It controls excitement. But don't see it. How about 501? Number reportedly doomed. Okay. DI would be 501 in Roman numerals. Then number might be NO. Oh, number reportedly. Yeah, I think a homophone of a number, and it's going to mean doomed, but surely it begins with DI. What's doomed? Yeah. No, I don't see it. All right, let's go back and see if loomed has helped me. How was my state imitating music? Don't see it. That's, oh, a river crossed by awfully damp surfboard. Yeah, I think we're going to anagram damp. So that D then might be right as part of an anagram of damp. And then it's going to have a river in the middle of it. Now it's surfboard question mark, suggesting it's maybe not a typical surfboard, like a boogie board or a, yeah, but anyway, letters of damp, if they start, are we going to start? Oh yeah, the O would not be part, so I think we're only going to have one, probably M or P, power, and then we're going to have the other three here. Power mad. Oh, could the river be the ooze? We've had that before. OUSE. Oh, very clever. It is a pad you might use or a board, not even a board, a flat surface you'd use when surfing the internet. A mouse pad. Oh, that's very tricky. All right, consider cuts on new cutting tool. Cutting tools. Or is it going to be consider? No. Fruit in stalk burrowed into by insect. All right, surely it's a fruit. And we're going to have a word for stalk, which has so many meanings, and it's going to have an insect inside of it. Oh, maybe an ant might be the easiest one. I'm wondering about plantain. Oh, yeah, I think it is a plantain. Now, I have to admit, I would have thought a plantain was a vegetable, but what do I know? But I think a stalk, if you buy something, the stock version, the plain version, and you have the ant inside it. All right. An epitome of sleep. Yes. Well, it doesn't have an going around it as I thought, so don't know about that. And there's my judgment now, where God is in shock. Is the P part of the God? And then what is a judgment? I'm thinking an RE ending. I presume it's something like a trial, the judgment, the sentence. Or maybe just like criticism, that kind of judgment. No, here's trance brought by snifter, excuse me, laced with drug. Well, the drug is usually E or it might be H, but yeah, I think the whole thing is going to mean trance. And we're going to put a snifter. That's like a little glass you might drink some whiskey out of, right? That's laced with drug. I can only think of like coma, sleep, daze. Can't think of a 5-letter one. Ship concerned with duck capsizing. All right, capsizing, especially in a down clue, suggests we're going to reverse something. I'm thinking concerned with might be our old friend gives a nice ER. And a duck in cricket, for example, might be 0 or nil. And if you reverse that, you get a liner. All right, match suit with blue pants. Well, pants, I sometimes remember in British slang can mean terrible and therefore can indicate an anagram. But yeah, I suppose we are going to end in probably UBLE. Oh, and if something suits you, it will do you, and a match might be a double. Oh, that's our opera. Mary or Martin? No. Sorry tale in music. Its content is highly volatile. Sorry might be an anagram indicator, and I think we're going to anagram tale, put it inside a word for music, and then it's going to give something that its content is highly volatile. Oh, I wonder if it could be a something tank with an N even. But what is that? A gas tank? Well, we have an L and an E left over. And then the music is going to end in NK, if that's right. I was thinking about song, but music ending in NK. No, I don't quite get that. I'm leaving lots of little parts around the grid today. All right, American composer into punk, no. That's great. Yeah, I think maybe it's a hidden clue. Yes, Jerome Kern is hidden in there. All right, official or private message penned by King Say, sent back. Oh, I wonder if it's an official. I'm thinking of Lord Mayor. Oh, the OR, I think might literally be OR. So let's try Lord Mayor and see if it works. OR, oh, a private message is a DM. That's very up to date from Paul. Penned by King Say, sent back. Or royal. Royal is backwards all around that. Okay. Controlling, excitement, an epitome of sleep. Yeah, I don't see that. My judgment now ends in L. Oh, and God then is in a shock. No, my doomed. Oh, done for would be doomed. That's, yeah. The old lift and separate, you have to take the 500 on its own to get the D, and then the 01 is just 1. And then number is FOUR, but reportedly FOR. Oh, a fuel tank, of course. I am a fuel. Funk is the music. There we go. And an anagram of tail inside it. Trance might be a dream, and of course, a small thing of whiskey. I should have thought of a dram. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Yeah, so at least I made progress in the bottom right where Paul had probably run out of steam and yeah, made it a little easier for us. That's our hole made with a pin. Oh, how about consider cuts on you. Cutting tools. Yeah, I'm just new, of course, could be an anagram indicator or it could be the letter N. I just don't see it. No. All right, let me pause and ponder this one some more. All right, I was getting nowhere fast and actually nowhere slowly as well. So I gave up and I went to wordplays.com to see what words match this. And of course, a judgment might be an appraisal. The god is Ra. Ra is inside of appall, to shock. So now our state. Is there a US state with the L and the A there? Florida's too long. Imitating could be a la, like I did this a la the Beatles. But what music would that be? And state. Oh, state could be FLA. Hitchhiked her way to FLA. State imitating music. I'm just not seeing a music there. Okay. Our opera now, the second word ends in S. So is that plural? Oh, could it be the plural of the last name of Mary? I think it would have said Mary and Martin if we were to pluralize the last name. All right, well, let me just pause and think of old operas, maybe some new ones too. All right, I have not come up with anything for that. So I went to Wordplays again, since I have 3 letters out of this one, and the very first match was Sandman, Mr. Sandman. But I don't see how to parse it. Controlling excitement, an epitome of sleep. Is it an anagram of a word for excitement? Oh, I think I got it. Oh, this is A, it's just so typically Paul, and B, it's so fiendish. Controlling excitement might be excitement someone gets from controlling another person. S and M. And then Anne is literally Anne at the end. That's brilliant, but fiendish. All right. Ooh, we do have a nice M. Oh, there is Britain's Peter Grimes. How is that? Or Martin Amos? Is there a Martin Well, let me type in Peter Grimes and see if I can justify it. Well, yeah, what's the dirty music? Oh, I think the dirty music is grime. Uh, I mean, it's a type of music and it sounds like grimy, but anyway. And then Peters, of course, I do remember Mary Peters, the great athlete from Northern Ireland, but I do wonder how many younger people will know that name. And then Martin Peters, that name doesn't ring a bell. My memory peters out, I'm afraid, so I'm going to have to assume there is a famous Martin Peters. I mean, it sounds a very normal name, I'm sure there is, but don't know it. All right, so here's where party drinks served. Our bachelor having pushed in. Give wise guy a bloody nose. Perch, porch, parch, Perth, peach. Yeah, I don't get that at all. All right, I should be able to get my state imitating music, and I'm not sure about that. Oh, let me look at two down and just see if that was an A. Sure, on verb, though not perfect, tense. No, I don't think that looks like an A. All right, I think I have to go back to wordplays.com. The numbness is wearing off. Oh my goodness, yeah. I definitely should have got this. I was even saying, is there a US state? Well, of course there is. And then I was looking at Allah, meaning imitating, and there is, but it's at the beginning. And it's imitating ska music, Alaska, Alaska. That's very clever. All right. Sure on verb, though not perfect tense. Yeah, where is the S ending? Because none of the words seem to be plural in the definition, or sorry, in the clue. So maybe it ends in double S. Though not perfect tense. No, I don't see that. Ooh, all right, that's definitely not an F there. Find stuff by protagonist in old song. Oh, maybe it is an old kind of fine stuff, lace type stuff. Do we have to, maybe a protagonist is a charade, a hero? I don't know what that would be. And cadence, that's followed by a music player. No, do not get that. All right, I'm going to pause, ponder one across for a little longer, and then I think I'll give in and go to word plays once more. Well, I was running through the vowels, and I thought, of course, of a punch bowl, which punch definitely goes with, I suppose, a bloody nose. Bachelor is the B, having pushed in. Oh, the wise guy is an owl. Oh my goodness, give wise. Yeah, so I think give wise guy a bloody nose is all punch owl. and a bachelor pushes inside that. Oh, that's very complicated. All right, our superficial, over, out, outline, rock band's last tour, a wife turning up to spoil it. I'm wondering if just spoil it is a fancy word placement, meaning goes inside. Oh, well, I'm just thinking about WA. I'm thinking of outward. Could be, in a sense, superficial. Outwardly, someone appears calm. So we do have the D as well, rock band's last. Oh, and we have tour. Ah. Oh, no, I think to spoil it is, well, yeah, I'm actually not. Oh, rock, I think, is the anagram indicator. So you rock D, tour, and then you put the backwards WA inside. And so I'm right, it is to spoil it means to put inside. That's clever. I like that. All right, fine stuff. By protagonist in old song. I mean, it could be a word for an old kind of song, medieval or Renaissance. Fine stuff. Something dust. No. Sure now. Begins with N. Though not perfect. Ooh, tense could be nervous. I do like that. Sure on verb, though not perfect. Tense. Oh, I think verb, I suppose, can be abbreviated to V again, I think, from the dictionary. And though not perfect tells us to anagram sure on V. Ay, ay, ay. All right, how about what did I tell you? I did when I was paused at one point. I looked back at that one. I was thinking, if if you see something that you had told someone would happen, you would say see. So do we put SEE inside a heavy metal? Oh, lithium maybe? And it's going to mean hit. Yeah, let me look up the chemical symbol for lithium and double check it is a heavy metal. Oh, well, lithium is the least dense metal, so it is not a heavy metal. And then I thought, well, of course, lead. I wasn't sure, but it is definitely considered a heavy metal. So LEA. Now, is it lead followed by a word for hit, and then that's all going to mean what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Lead sheet? I know in music there's a lead sheet, but leader something, or else we put the D at the end and inside it we put 5 letters for what did I tell you? And that's going to mean, oh yes, that's the way it works. Hit, I'm sure I've mentioned it, but I went to the Christian Brothers in Ireland and I was well, very well behaved, as I'm sure you can guess, but I did receive the leather once or twice. So there, yeah, I suppose you would also say there for what did I tell you? Ah, clever. Very glad to get that one. All right, so this is a something R, a metal, not a bronze. What else could it be? A metal. A prize. On the other side. No, and there's our whole. Yes, it is looking like it could be. Yeah, I think it is going to be some word, apohelion or something. Let me look that word up. Yes, it is aphelion, which is the furthest point of an orbit. All right, I should have. That's what Raven was talking about the other day. When I get an idea, I should stick with it, but I just didn't see a word there that I liked. All right, now our starter of onions, diner. Oh, it could be windy in a Paul sense. Or maybe it means scoffing. Oh, yeah. Could it be an anagram of diner is plus O? And it means, yes, scoffing could be derision. Oh, well, that's just a case where, as I like to do, I read it backwards. All right. Consider, decide, cuts on you, cutting tools. No, here's our cadence. Oh, yes. So some sort of a double definition here, but related maybe. The groove of something might be the cadence of the music, and then a record player, vinyl, as the kids call it. The player follows a groove. All right, we're not going to get anything more. Yeah, I said dust. And the fine stuff is dust, the protagonist might be the star. And I think Stardust has a claim to be the greatest song ever written, or it's certainly in the running. Anyway, that's a good one to get. Now just the top right. Still don't know my paddle. Welch, whelp, measured width. No, there's my thing. Oh, here's my dirty music. Is this going to be grime as well? Dirty look. Now, I think in the interest of time, I am going to go back to word plays for this one. Well, the best word I found on wordplays.com that matches the pattern is off color. An off color joke is definitely dirty, and Paul would know all about that. But I don't get the wordplay, dirty music, dirty look. Oh, allure, L-O-U-R. Isn't that a word for a glare? Someone can be luring. Dirty music. But I have. That's the best I can come up with, so let's go ahead and check that one. It's not. So I think the dirty look is the lure. So what's the music ending in C-O? Oh, disco, discolor. Oh, to dirty. Yes, so to dirty something. That makes more sense. All right. Let's try now our paddle. Oh, to paddle in the sea, of course. Yeah, I've had the other meanings of paddle in my mind, never thought of. I used to, as a child, love a good old paddle in the sea, but weighed up, measured, of course. Oh, a medal might be a cross on the other side, so obvious. Consider now, cuts on you. Cutting. Oh, dicers might be cutting tools. slices and dices. Consider cuts on you. Don't get that one. I'll leave it in. All right, let's, well, I've done all of them, so let's go ahead and check all. It looks like everything stayed in place. We had quite a selection of letters, but I'm not sure if we had a pangram. No, I don't think so, but definitely a theme of music. All right, let's quickly go over to 15 Squared and see what they're saying. The blog is by Eileen. Paul's third appearance within a week. Oh, did he do the prize? I haven't looked at that yet. Yeah, musical theme. I think I followed most of the acrosses. Oh, an anagram of consider. Consider minus the on and then a new, our anagram version. Yeah, that makes sense. And then in the downs, a sporting legend, Martin Peters. All right, I'm going to have to look him up. Oh, there's a link there. All right, and then S&M is the controlling excitement. That's brilliant and disturbing. All right, still don't understand groove. Yeah, groove on a vinyl record. Not as devious as he can be, I suppose. Haven't thought of Mary and Martin for a long time. Done for was nice, yeah. Mousepad, it was a funny definition, but at the same time it's such a stretch calling it a surfboard anyway. All very enjoyable, wonderful. Farthest point away from the sun in an orbit. All right, well, you can't fit everything into a crossword clue, so I think we can forgive Paul for that. Cadence and a rhythm are different things. Yeah, so people I think are questioning that, but I think it was all fine. All right, well, nothing else to say about that one. I'm glad I got through it, and yeah, I think the numbness has completely worn off. I can go eat. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.